Here we go. DJI Mini 3 Pro windy June flight. We can get out of this fog, we'll be on our way, hopefully. Let's see, I know that takeoff place is right here. There it is. What do you know? Don't worry about it, that's Sody Pop. No alcohol while I'm flying. I don't drink anyway. So here we go. We're up and away. It's a windy day today. Not quite the middle of June. A couple days after the 4th, or July, I'm sorry. A couple days after the 4th of July. I said June and I meant 4th of July. So hope you all had a good 4th, a safe 4th, and didn't blow any digits off or blow anybody else's digits off. We're out for a windy July flight today. Winds are 15 to 20 miles an hour. So we got the Mini 3 Pro with Thelma Lou up, and we're just seeing how she's going to handle the wind today. And we're flying head first into the wind right now. That small pond down there, look how that lake's turned over. Not as bad as it has been, just not near as bad as it has been. A lot of the fish around here have been dying because of the hot temperatures, and that brings all the oxygen out of the air, and that lake turns over, and they just don't have enough oxygen, so they'll be floating up to the top. So we're going to just fly around here and enjoy ourselves for a little while and test old Thelma Lou in the wind, get a little wind up her skirt. She likes to do that. Like her older sister Peggy Sue, the Mini 2. Peggy Sue hadn't been out for a while now, and she's getting a little upset with me gallivanting with Thelma Lou so much. So we'll have to get her out maybe on the next flight. Anyway, let's see what's going on. That little house down there in the corner is a raptor nesting house that is there to keep large birds of prey from taking the young birds of prey when they're too young to fend for themselves. So the Department of Conservation has put that in there. Okay, we're flying down towards our lodge now. And don't see anybody here. Had a heck of a 4th of July fireworks display there the other night. But she's empty and quiet right now. So we'll just fly this way just a little ways. I've seen a lot of deer up in this area right there crossing the road. So I do not see them now. So I think we're going to go ahead and take a left right up here and head on back. This is a bad area. I lose signal in this area when I'm turning all the time anyway. So we'll come on back. Let's take another look at the lodge one more time. Nobody there. Got a nice deck there with a fire pit in it. It's fun to sit out there at night. Let's see if we see any animals, see if any turkeys or deer out on the edge of these fields. Be a nice day for them. And do not see any in this first field anyway. This second field coming up just in front of us is a real nice bedding area. The deer tend to bed in here quite a bit. They have a couple managed archery hunts in this area every year, and I have hunted it before and taken several does out of here. Shot a big buck out of there one year. So this is a really, really, really good bedding area right here. And I do not see anything. Of course, it's not easy to see them with this much foliage on trees. So we'll head back. We got the wind with us now. So we made a U-turn. We're going to come back over that same little pond there. I fish this pond every once in a while. It's got not big, but nice channel cat in it. And does have a few bass, but not very many in it. Mostly catfish. I don't see anybody down there fishing right this minute. We'll come on back this way. Lots of mulberry trees along the road up here. You can tell that by the stain on my fingers. My wife and I like walking along that road there and picking mulberries off of the trees right there. There's a big mulberry tree right there, almost in the center of the frame by the road. It gets picked out pretty early. The low-reaching mulberries get taken off there pretty quick. So we flip back around again. We're just testing Thelma Lou into the wind, just seeing how she reacts. The camera has caused the horizon to look like it's tilted a little bit every once in a while, and you get the winds from the starboard, or you're going sideways in the winds a little bit. You get some of that, what I call the DJI tilt, which you can go ahead and adjust it while you're flying or before you fly and everything, but I very seldom do. Just keep the horizon out of the picture as much as you can, and it's good enough to go. You can see there's a lot of cars down there today. Lots and lots of people out here in this park and wildlife area walking around. That horizon isn't too bad. Looks pretty even there today, so she's handling the wind pretty good. The Mini 3, Thelma Lou, she handles the wind a little bit better than the Mini 2 does. Don't get me wrong, the Mini 2 does quite well. You know, both of them are, under 250 gram drones, so they do handle the wind quite well, for a drone their size. I think they're rated as Class 5 winds. I'll be able to handle that, but nothing like my old Phantoms, Phantom Pro Advanced and stuff like that. Man, I've flown that thing in some feel like hurricane weather, and it's always behaved pretty darn good. But now we got the wind with us a little bit, and we're not going to go too far today. We're just checking out the horizon. Looks pretty straight here. Yeah, take a look at it here. Pan back down. We can go back out straight in front of us out this walking trail. There's the parking lot. Come down a little bit, and then we're going to go and just put a few more minutes on her. Nothing spectacular today. Like I said, we were just out for a fun flight and check her behavior in the wind. She is doing much better. I'm not getting the horizon tilt quite as bad as I usually do. You can see there it's pretty darn straight. For the winds blowing 15 to 20 miles an hour, pretty darn straight. So I'm real happy with that right now. Sometimes it looks like you're flying sideways. Lots and lots and lots of green. We haven't got that much rain here where I live. The rain just seems to be skirting around us most days, doing a city split going south and north of us. But you can still see there's plenty of green out there. It's almost too much green. I look forward to the fall when I start getting colors, a little bit more color in my videos. So hopefully we get some rain. We didn't have good colors last year in the fall. We went from greens to basically browns, and the leaves just fell off. This year, I'm hoping we'll get a little more rain late in the season, late in the summer and fall, and we can get some decent colors. It's just so pretty from the air when you get your elms and silver maples and things like that changing color. It's just gorgeous. I tell you though, when I was flying up in Colorado, where I'm from, it's hard to beat the aspen. When the aspen are blowing in the wind up there, and you're up in the mountains, and you just got the leaves are just shimmering back and forth like leaves of gold, just look like 14 karat gold on the trees. It's just beautiful. But I'll take this color down here. It's pretty good if we get enough rain. There's usually some deer or turkey running around down here by this pond, and I don't see any now. Like I said, I haven't been seeing the critters. I have seen a couple deer in the last 2 days in this area, but most of them were a little bit later, and they were on the edge of the field crossing, wanting to get to the other side of the road. So haven't been seeing that many while I've been doing my flying. So, and if I do see one, he's usually walking into the woods. So, got another short trip up here. Checking out the signal. This is where we usually start losing signal at. This time of year with all the leaves and foliage out there, it's terrible on RF signals. They're full of water, the trees and the leaves, and the water just absorbs RF. I mean, it is probably the worst thing in the world for RF. So that's why I seem to get much better range in the fall when there's no foliage on the trees, or very little foliage, and the trees have lost most of their moisture. Okay, skirting back with the wind now. And I probably should have put it in sports mode just to see how fast I could go with the tailwind I've got, but I did not do that. Here's where I usually see some deer down in that, around that pond down there. So we have got a little bit of rain. That pond's got water in it. Last time I flew, I think it was dried up. So we got the wind coming from behind us and a little bit to the left. Just beautiful. I mean, just a relaxing flight. Not a whole lot to see other than the green of the woods. It's just nice to get out, that's for sure. Okay, we're gonna bring her on back and do a loop around the field, I think, and probably call it a flight. The caretaker for the property lives right down there in that little house right there. He doesn't do much. His responsibility is to lock the gates at night. They give him a place to live. It's a pretty nice job. Let's see, heading back up over that mulberry tree now. Lots of people walk down this road, and they've picked all the low-hanging fruit off. So if you want to get any from that area, you almost got to drive your truck down there and climb up in the bed of your truck or take a ladder with you or something. You look the way that guy cut that field to the left. This guy must have been on some kind of hallucinogenic or something. Holy cow. He didn't have GPS, that's for sure. Anyway, we're going to make a swing around here. Take a look at the walking trail, see if we see anybody out there. A walking trail comes down and veers off to the left and goes down through a big set of oak flats down there and a creek bottom. Really good hunting for deer down there. And it comes along here and just wraps around, dead ends a little bit. There is a place where you can take off there to the left. You can see it right there, where they have a little place for people to stop, look at the sign, read the sign, stuff like that. And it goes down here straight ahead almost to this power line right away. We just went over. And flipper, there we are. Now we're headed due south. Let's lift up the camera here and see this guy. Where's he at? Here he comes with the van. These guys are, I don't know, they something on their van, Green Earth Society or something like that. Instead of walking in, they're driving in. So, and they're not going to any place you couldn't walk to get to. we'll take a look at them. We'll make a spin around here and kind of see what they're up to. There they are. Let's get up that camera a little bit. There we go. I think they're going to do a little weeding or whatever they do right down here by this tree. Okay. Well, I've had enough of them, that's for sure. So we'll turn around here, we'll take one last look at the trail, and then we're going to make our way back and see if we can get the old Thelma Lou on the ground without wreaking any havoc on my props. Kind of took off from a funky location, kind of behind a lean-to shed that shelter that got an angled roof, a big trees right behind me, right behind the shelter, and we have to kind of get around this to get back to landing where we were, but we'll get her done. Okay, I see they're getting out of their van now to spray their weeds or whatever they're doing to keep the grass green. Okay, here we go. We're on our way back now. All this logging trail, lots of cars up here, but I want to make sure there is nobody on the walking trail and I'm not flying over the top of anybody or anything like that. But you can see there's what, 3, 6, 7, 8 cars there. So people all over the place. A couple people sitting there with their windows rolled down with their radios just blaring away. Kind of just ruining the silence of being out in the outdoors a little bit. But to each his own, that's for sure. Okay, you can see that little shelter house with the seats around it. And there's a picnic table with the landing mat on it. And there's a tree, big trees to the right, and trees behind it. Probably not the best place to be landed, but we never do land in the best spot. So anyway, I'm hoping you guys like the flight. It was, like I said, it was just a lazy flight around just to see how she was going to do in the wind today. You can see the trees. If you look at the tree limbs, you can see them blowing pretty good. So that she handles the wind pretty darn good for being such a small little bitty drone. As light as she is, she does a real good job. There we go. I know one thing I forgot to do was turn off obstacle avoidance. So it's giving me all kinds of warnings now, but we'll disregard those and we'll see if we can get her back on the table. Everybody stay safe out there. Treat each other the way you want to be treated. It's always the best way to go. And when we get a chance, we'll post some more content for you soon. Here we go. Hope you enjoyed this one. There's my sody pop. Come on. There we go. Take care. Thanks for watching.